What's up, guys? Let 'em Rip TV. I'm here with a quick little episode. So I was going through like all the discs that I have on my wall and stuff like that, and discs in the stack behind me, and I started finding some old discs that I used to use before I was sponsored by Prodigy. I got picked up by Prodigy in July 2018, so I've been throwing all Prodigy for almost a year and a half now. But it was cool to find some old discs and have some cool stories behind it. So I found these 5 discs. I'm gonna show you guys what they are and give you a little cool story behind all of them. So the first things first is a 2-time ESP Nate Doss Surge. There was a period of most of my disc golf career up until I was sponsored by Prodigy. I threw like one of the most mixed bags ever. I had a disc from like almost every single brand. The ESP Surge made its way into my bag at one point, and one day when I was playing a solo round all by myself at Buffinville. If you ever played Buffinville, there's people that walk up on top of the dam. So I'm playing hole 16. It's one of the holes on top of the dam. I aced it on September 15th, 2017. And, you know, a bunch of walkers saw it, but there's no disc golfers around. And they kind of didn't know how to react. So everybody just heard the chains and looked back at me. And it was like, it was a decent shot. And I was just like, I played it cool and just walked it off. But I want to give that away because that was probably I would say the least reaction ace I've ever gotten. I'm not even sure I count this in my ace count because I got an ace the other day at Buffinville Mini 9 and I literally didn't even tell anybody. Sipped out the car, aced it, it was like, yeah, and then walked on. So I only count aces during tournaments and leagues, so I probably don't even count this one, but that was cool. This is another ace disc. I count this one because, alright, when I say tournaments and leagues, I also mean like money rounds, like basically anything that's competitive. This is a first run mace. And there was one day where I was at Maple Hill and I was just running Reds rounds all day long. So we're in like my 3rd or 4th Reds round. And if you don't know Maple Hill, Reds is like the shortest course there. We're on hole 16 and my buddy Rob Blandry goes, would somebody get an ace? And I respond going, man, I've been trying all day. And then I stepped on the tee pad and I happened to ace that hole like 3 seconds after I made that statement. So he wrote on the back, somebody get an ace, and it says, I've been trying all day, yo, with his signature. And it was October 8th, 2016. So that was a fun little ace. I count that one. I don't count the other one. I count this one too. This is probably this disc had its longest tenure in my bag out of any frisbee I've ever thrown. This is a 2012 one-time Paul Macbeth world champion Rock 3. This is when the Rock 3s, champion Rock 3s were first like coming out. Right, Rock 3. Yeah, that's when they first started putting the 3 on them. This disc was in my bag forever. It beat in to be like probably one of the most perfect straight discs. I got an ace with this at Cogsall League, and this one was funny because Cogsall, like hole 12's up there, and you have to walk down the road, and when you walk down the road, you walk past hole 4. So somebody was playing hole 12, and as we're walking up to hole 4, we heard somebody ace hole 12, and they ace hole 12, and as they're walking down the road, passing hole 4, I aced hole 4, so they're like, what the heck, now I gotta split the ace spot, so I always thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, that was another ace disc. And like I said, one of the longest discs in my bag. This disc was in my bag from 2012 up until I was sponsored by Prodigy in 2018. So I mean, you do the math. That was a lot of miles thrown and flown on this disc right here. Another ace disc. This is probably, I've gotten other aces since then, but at the time, this was probably the most paid out ace disc. This is a SSS Wizard. It has the old school Patriots stamp that faded. You can't see it anymore, but it's an old school. Nah, you can't see it. Old school Patriots stamp. This thing's so beat in. This is the most reliable approach disc ever. It was so fun. Look at this, and I can bend it any way. It's awesome. It hit any tree? Doesn't affect anything. It was just, man. Quick little story about the ace. We're playing a league round, and I was partnered up with the other groundskeeper at Maple Hill, Rob Durant, and I was like, hey man, like we're like 4 holes in, we birdied all 4 holes. I was like, hey man, do you want to split the ace pot? Like, cause I'm feeling pretty acy today. He's like, yeah, let's do that. And we were having a stellar round. And about 3 holes later, I aced hole 9 blue, which is just a nice little island shot down to the green. But man, when I aced this for $250, I went nuts. So we ended up splitting the ace pot, $250, and we split the winnings, which is another $50, I believe. So 250 plus 50, that's 300. So we each went home with $150 for a $6 buy-in on a Tuesday night, and that was awesome. And yeah, this disc had just like that Rock 3. This disc had a lot of years in my bag. I don't have the date of when I aced, which is sad, but it was a long time ago. And this disc, I'll be honest, I miss it. I haven't found a putter to beat in like this one. I used to just throw it on any angle and it would flip up and just fly through trees like you wouldn't believe. But one of these days I'll get a putter to beat in like this one. And sadly, I don't have an ace with this one. And I feel like I do, but I don't have any markings on it, so I'm going to say I don't. This right here is a Banger for Banger Memorial Doubles fundraiser disc. If you don't know who the banger was, that's my buddy Mike Valerio, rest in peace. We do an annual tournament, and this was the first annual tournament in his memory. And this disc instantly went in my bag. It's a, what is this? A 168 Legend Enemy, which is typically an overstable disc, but this disc beat in perfectly to be kind of like what my H3 is now, my old school H3. So I throw it on flicks on a little high and it pops up and it flies straight through a lot of trees. Like it's not a super high speed driver disc, but I use it off the tee a lot because I can get a lot of places with it. This disc is probably one of my most favorite. Also, it helped me like gain my game back. When I had broke my hand, I didn't have a lot of strength in my hand. I didn't have a lot of snap in my hand. So with this disc being so beat in, being unstable, I was able to use this as I gained strength back in my wrist to hit fairways and fly, further distances. So right there, those 5 discs, those are 5 discs that I miss. 5, I want to say different brands. Yeah, 5 different brands right there. So we got Discraft, Latitude 64, Innova, Gateway, and Legacy. And none of those was Prodigy. So I had my chance to throw a lot of discs, and that was a lot of fun. But I'm looking to make more memories with new Prodigy discs. Let's go.